Okay, welcome to our second edition here of Math Talk. Sorry that you're getting my head cut off. Maybe I'm not sorry, maybe you're happy. But let's go through a couple of things, getting you ready for our Algebra 1 test coming up this Friday. From the last quiz, some of the bigger issues were, don't forget, sold and lost when you're converting from small to large or large to small. Don't forget to find the average, that you add up everything you're finding the average of and then divide by how many things you added up. Also, don't forget about kind of those consecutives and consecutive evens and odds. Consecutives go up by 1 or down by 1 each time, while even and odds go up by 2 or down by 2 each time. We also had some problems on the back page there with order of operations, decimals, and fractions. So be sure to review those, maybe look back at the first video to help you as well. The main thing I want to cover today is distribute and simplify. So let's do 2 examples. Here's the first one. We'll kind of hop right into it and ask, as challenging of a question perhaps as we can. But remember, we still are following our normal PEMDAS. So you try parentheses, but there's nothing you can simplify there. No exponents, so the first thing I do is multiplication and division. Well, there is no division, but this is read 3 times the quantity. So it's 3 times everything in here. So to remind me of that, I draw those little kind of humpity bumps to remind me to distribute the 3 and multiply it by both of the terms inside the parentheses. Same thing on the second set of parentheses, but one common error students make is they don't realize this is a -2 you're distributing. The sign in front of a number goes with that number. So when I distribute, I get -8x and +2. That +2 is frequently a mistake that students make. After this step, after we've distributed, now we're going to combine like terms. We're going to add and subtract. The x terms are different signs, so you subtract them and keep the sign of the bigger. The constant terms, the non-x's, are also different signs, so you subtract them and keep the sign of the bigger. There you go. Again, watch your signs, watch what you distribute, and know the first step when I distribute is multiply. When I simplify, that's adding and subtracting. Let's do one other kind of quick example, maybe one little change to it. What if I have a number out in front? So what if I have something like this? Well, again, the key is you're only distributing what's right next to the parenthesis. So this is 6 minus 4 times the quantity. So what I'm distributing is not the 6, I just pull that down, but what I'm distributing is the -4. So that's what I want to distribute. If there would have been no number written there, remember you can always put a -1 and distribute that, but you're not distributing the 6. So let's put that 4 back. And again, watch your signs. Be sure to get that +20 in. Here's that example where there's no number specifically written, but we can assume, or it's implied to be a -1. Distribute that, -3x +2. Once we get to this step, again, same thing as the previous problem. Let's simplify by adding and subtracting. So those two are the same signs. Look at the sign in front. They're both negative. Add and keep the sign. Now my constants, that's a 26 and 2 is a 28. Some of you might write this answer 28 minus 7x, and either one should be acceptable. Hopefully that covers the biggest kind of problem topic in the last week, and that's distribute and simplify, and we'll need that as we move into the next chapter that deals with solving equations. Okay, good luck studying. Thanks for joining us here on a different name every week. We'll call this Math Talk today. Thanks.